Alright, so let's go ahead and do a quick little run through the brand new map here, Molten Falls. Of course, not named for this, whatever that is. Molten Falls is actually named for, in the back of the map, over here, we have, if I can find it, over this way. All the way back around here, the back of the map, we have the Molten Falls, right? So this is the namesake of the map. So we'll start off back here. This is kind of the main area where you're going to have the vast majority of your fights. You have Super Nail Gun and Lightning Gun. Heading down that path will lead you to Mega. And over here is usually where you're going to come up. I have a teleporter here, right? This teleporter, red armor down there, is kind of going to be like the basis of your navigation on this map. So we'll come back around Banana there. Usually any rounded area is called Banana. You start off over here, this open area, right? This is going to be oftentimes where you spawn, where a lot of fights break out. Your power-up is going to spawn down there. Generally, what you're going to want to do is like come through Banana. You have Railgun here. You have a lot of health and armor to stack you up. There's a lift coming up from the power-up. This teleporter is going to take you up right above red armor there. Well, it's going to land you right there, but there's a long straightaway coming all the way across. So red armor again right below us there, just to kind of get some spatial. Like there's that railgun and the teleporter. We came up right there, right in front of that bone. We're going to come across. You got LG all the way back down. You have this like awkward room over here. This room up here takes you up to the second level outside, which is where we got the rocket launcher, right? So we have the second level up here. You come down, this is where Mega Health spawns, off on this side little, I don't know what you call this area, kind of like a porch almost, like this little side porch off by the big spider looking thing. Come back down, we're right next to power up. We got a teleporter down here. So you kind of see like the whole circuit, right? It's like we started up there. Alright, so let's just rocket jump back up. So here's where we started, right? So we made this whole circuit around Banana, through the health and railgun room, teleporter. Takes us right above red armor down there. Got lightning gun. It's going to take us right down into Mega if we go down, or up will take us to rocket launcher. So that's like the main circuit is all the way through there. Third floor is not utilized as much. It's important, but generally the first level and second level are where the vast majority of this map kind of takes place, right? That's kind of where all of this intends to take place. This teleporter down here, I'm sure you're very curious where it goes. Right up there. You see that one? That's your exit point. You're going to come in here. You're going to exit all the way up here. You got a tri-bolt spawn up here, which is actually really fun because you got a tri-bolt coming right at the teleport, and you're looking right down at power up. So, like, it's really fun playing as BJ just to rain death. You're just being AC 130 on the power up, and like seriously, if anyone tries to touch it, they're getting knocked off the map. It's really fun. It's really, really just very fun, especially with BJ, just to rain down all those tri-bolts. And you're literally on the spawn, so you have no concern for your ammo. You're always going to be reloading it up here very, very easily. Literally AC 130 mode engaged. So it's really cool. This top area, if you come through the double doors, you get super shoddy, and you're overlooking, again, red armor, or excuse me, heavy armor, nail gun, and a lift. So again, down here is like that kind of split of like where second level is. This is the interior second floor. That's kind of like 2.5, and then this is like the third floor. First floor is pretty much like only for the mega health and the power up. So you can't even get down there through here. You have to like snake your way around. There's a lift back here. Takes you up behind red armor again. So this whole area that I've found that a lot of people don't understand it. A lot of people are getting tricked by this teleporter. So like you have a lightning gun here, right? And this is like a little mini bridge actually between Super Nail Gun and LG. If you drop down, you have red armor. You come around for rail ammo and the lift, right? So like if you're on a fight here, you drop down. A lot of people think you're gone, and you lift up right behind them. But I mean, this is obviously a day zero strat because people don't understand the map. But I have noticed in PTS already, so many people just don't understand this area. So once you start playing this map for yourself, like just take like 30 seconds to look at this area to kind of understand how it's laid out, because it snakes in and around itself a lot, and it's actually really nifty. It's really cool. There's not a lot of areas like this anywhere else in Quake Champions to date, so I quite like this little section here. But again, coming down, armor, mega, power up, you have the exterior of the map. So that's pretty much your rundown. You have a machine gun here. Other little tidbits. If you come through this teleporter up to Tribolt, right? Again, we were down there. That blue glow is the teleporter we came through. It takes us right up to Tribolt. If you go back through this teleporter, you actually do not exit right here. Right? So you go up to there. When you go back through, you don't exit here. You exit there on the machine gun. So if you watch, you go in and then just hold back and come back out. And look at that. You just teleported from there to over here. Like, pretty much instantly. So that's like a really cool little nifty strat you can do. And then if you do some weird stuff, like with Ranger, for example, let's like actually just switch to Ranger here really quick. Like, you could do some cool stuff with the Orb. Yeah, J-Flag, it's hilarious. It's so funny, man. But like, let's just go Ranger real quick here, and let's get some hourglasses. But there's some nifty stuff you can do with Orb on these teleporters. Like, for example, like, what if you were to go, you know, here, Orb, here, rail, and then, I didn't hit it, but if you hit the 2 teleporters, rail, and then teleport again, it's like, it's just so, like, it's so fast, right? Like, it can be outplayed if someone's looking for it, right? If they're expecting you to do it, you're gonna get pre-fired, and you're gonna feel bad. But like, you can do really cool stuff with it for sure. Like, there's definitely potential for some crazy outplays and mix-ups by playing Ranger on these teleporters, especially. Ranger loves the teleporters. So if we go through, let's try this again. So we'll go for a far one, right? So like, it's just a crazy amount of teleporting and movement that someone who is not expecting it is never in a million years going to track that. So you could really use that to your advantage to bend this map if you're playing as Ranger. Other champion-specific stuff, let's respawn as Slash. So if you're a Slash player, you'll know that this ground right here on other maps, this exact ground type exists on other maps. And you know that when you try to slide there on other maps, it doesn't work, right? You try to slide and it just breaks your slide. Well, on this map, that's not the case, right? It's not the case on this map. You can slide freely along this section, and it does not hinder you at all. They've taken some special attention on this this piece of geometry to make sure that Slash's slides do not break when you slide here. So that's really, really good. That's really good. I'm a big fan of this change. I'm sure that's going to come to the rest of the game eventually, but this is actually a really great Slash map, because if you don't already know, the duration of Slash's slide is dependent upon the distance that she falls. So, like, if you just do a regular jump into slide, I can't even slide all the way to power up. I mean, if I do like this, maybe I can, but, you know, if I just wiggle my mouse to try to get over there, it doesn't really work, right? You can't make it the whole way. But what happens if I jump all the way down? Suddenly, I'm sliding for a very, very long time, right? So this is going to be a crazy, crazy map for Slash, because you jump from 3rd floor to 1st, you have an insane amount of mobility, right? You have an insane amount of slide duration that you can use to your advantage. Even if you just jump from 3rd level to 2nd, like, you still have so much distance you can grab before you have to break your slides. This is going to be a really, really cool map for Slash, especially in Capture the Flag. Whenever that mode comes out, this is going to be a really cool map for Slash in particular. Now, one thing that I am wondering, and this is pure, raw speculation, I think I'm probably wrong, but in case I'm right, this is going to be really hilarious. Notice how this map is, like, cut, right? It's, like, split down the middle like this. And it's asymmetric. So you have, you know, Mega on that porch down below there, right? You have that little banana with railgun back there and the teleporter back there, heavy armor's behind there. It's all very asymmetrical. So just imagine if you're trying to play Sacrifice on this map, you're trying to play CTF on this map, where do the objectives go? Where do they go? Doesn't make sense, right? There's no way for there to be an objective in anywhere on this map. Like, these rooms are too small. The only place that would make sense for an objective anywhere on this map is right back in here. This is the only area potentially big enough to house an objective, especially if they open these gates up and they extend this. You can put an objective back there, you can put it here, like, you can put it pretty much almost anywhere along this back area besides right there, and you have a decent objective location, or up here even. You can put the objective up here, too. You have all decent objective locations. So what happens in objective modes? What if they double the map? What if they literally double it, right? So what if this teleporter takes you there, but then there's a mirror, and there's a teleporter there that takes you up there, or there. That would be the same side. You know, like, what if the map is literally doubled all the way across, and there's a base there, and there's a base there? Wouldn't that be sick? Like, I don't know if that's what they're planning. It seems a little excessive, like, for map size, but at the same time, like, if they're trying to push CTF is going to be so incredibly fast. Sacrifice, if that comes back, is going to be so incredibly fast. Like, you need a giant map sometimes. Like, that would be so cool if they literally have cut the map in half for duel and 2v2, because this map is only playable on duel and 2v2 right now. It's not a TDM map. Well, it is technically, but, like, you can't play Sacrifice on it in its current state, right? Like, that might be telling that you can't play Sacrifice on it right now, but it's available mainly for duel and 2v2, or, like, the intended modes, from what I've heard. So, what happens if they double this for objective modes? Just things to think about. It's unlikely to happen, I think, but I think it's possible. You know, they might open things up a little bit and just change the layout a little bit for objectives, but man, wouldn't it be cool if they unsplit the map for objectives? That'd be so cool. Anyways, I think that'll just about do our little overview here. So, for those of you on Twitch, thank you for putting up with me as we do this between games. For those of you on YouTube, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one, I guess. Yeah? Sounds good. Take care, guys.